Week 2, Start Bench Show, morning show, doing it live, roughly 2 hours of nonstop questions as we tackle everything you need to know walking into week number 2. Must start Dak Prescott. I want to hear, do I start Drake May or Dak Prescott? Smitty, do we put Dak Prescott over in this backup or bum quarterback? What about Mac Jones or Dak Prescott, Smitty? What about Pearsall versus Pickens? We're starting Pickens. We're starting Lamb. We're starting Dak Prescott. We're doing it live. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
All right, so we got a lot to go over. News will be piling in as we discuss all these different topics, so get ready for more news to flow as we get closer and closer to kickoff. I'm just going to roll through everything real quickly. Nothing's changed on the Brock Bowers front. And when I say nothing's changed, I mean he's going to start. He's expected to play. There's nothing that's going to change that unless he has some sort of weird setback. He's already been talked about as looking fantastic, and he's a go. So anybody asking, should I start Brock Bowers, or you start Brock Bowers? There's nothing to see here. You're looking for something if you're potentially trying to sit him. Patrick Mahomes has not lost 3 straight games in his career. He lost the Super Bowl. He lost last week, and he's not going to lose today, according to all the odds makers, let's say. People don't want Mahomes to lose three straight. He never has. So get Mahomes in your lineup. I know there's a lot of people questioning Mahomes this week and saying without his wide receivers, what's he going to do? He will have Worthy back most likely next week, which is fantastic news. So expect things to change, the tide to change next week. But this week, I think he still gets it done. Mahomes is Mahomes. He looks fantastic this year. Came in shape, and not worried about Mahomes at all right now. Mac Jones strolling into the facility. Look at this man. He gets $400K if he wins 4 games. He gets 0 if he wins 3 games. Or, yeah. So I think that's what it is. It might even be if he plays those 4 games, I think. Might be if he wins it. He might have to win. But I believe if he wins 4 games, he gets $400K. So we've got some extra motivation, but I don't know. The Niners probably won't let that happen. He'll probably win if he was to even win 3 games, which I don't think he can. I mean, come on, this team's in shambles. We got Trent Williams questionable today, and we'll see how that pops up here very shortly. But Mac Jones is going to be in a world of hurt. This is not going to be a good outing for Mac. Consider other options except for, like, obviously you're starting McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's going to be spoon-fed. But will he get injured in this game being overfed? We'll find out. Quinshon Judkins is going to have his snaps closely monitored in this week 2 battle against the Ravens. Don't expect him to get anywhere close to a full course meal. And Sampson's still, going to be, it looks like about 10 plays is just coming in right now. 10 to 15 snaps is what Judkins is probably going to look at. Rappaport says Xavier Worthy is expected to return week 3. That's just 2 more reports on this. Let me put that up on screen, actually. And this is I have the Judkins report right here, but a new report that just came in here from, let's see here. Let me put this up here. Michael Maurer dropping this little beauty right here. This will give everybody just a little bit more insight on that topic and Worthy. So let me throw this up on screen here. Appreciate everybody being here. Hit that thumb up button on your way in the door. We got 500 in the building. We should have plenty more filing in. Here's the report that just came through about 5 to 10 seconds ago. Quinshon Judkins expected to play 10 to 15 snaps per rap sheet. And Rappaport also said that Worthy is expected to return week 3. So lots of different reports on that, just so people have different pieces of evidence in regards to all these topics. This piece of news right here, let's see here, where are we at? This one was kind of wild. This hit Twitter early this morning, and while there was nothing to talk about, everybody was reposting this. So been talked about, exhausted. But we'll talk about it here briefly in case you haven't heard about it and just my opinion on it. Ravens wanted to pick Shedeur at number 141. He was taken 3 picks later at 144. The reason they didn't take him is because he made it, I guess, known that he didn't want to be drafted in that situation. You know, and you could rip on Shedeur all you want. The kid at the time thought he was going to be a starter still. You know, it wasn't his fault in some respects. But then you're like, you know, beggars can't be choosers, and now look at him. You know, thing is, though, like, he still has a better shot at starting, you know, where he is now, or getting cut or something like that. This guy's not even being regulated to a backup right now. Cleveland's wasting him away. There are plenty of opportunities in the NFL. Plenty of teams might go a knocking on the door. And if you don't use him, if you literally are not using him, that means he's available. You know, so I think we're going to see maybe a situation where he gets traded. Maybe we see something where he gets traded in the offseason, but definitely feel like this is Shedeur's day is not done. Like, Shedeur will have his day, and we'll see how he does once he gets into a position where he can kind of prove himself, because there's still a lot of doubters, and I like the kid, and I think he's definitely turned a page and become more mature, and he's taken this entire situation from the point when he was drafted to now very well. And you can rip on him beforehand, you can rip on all the sayings he has, or his dad, or anything like that, but Shedeur does deserve a chance. Hopefully he gets it. Brock Purdy, they're not optimistic. Brock Purdy toe will play in week 3. Again, he should be out 2 to 5 weeks, but the 2 weeks was there as a reminder that this thing might not go the full 5, so we have a big range. I think depending on how Mac plays today will determine whether they rush him back, but that's not smart business to use somebody's play on the field to rush back someone's health, but that's the way the Niners operate. How do I know that? How do I know that specifically to Brock Purdy? Because I rip on Shanahan all the time, because Shanahan makes horrible personnel decisions. Shanahan, after this guy tore his UCL, clearly tore his UCL. He had no power, couldn't throw more than 5 or 6 yards when he tore his UCL. And Shanahan took him out of the game, as he should. He tore his UCL. Then when their backup quarterback injured himself and they had no other quarterback, they would have had to have gone with McCaffrey and done some sort of wildcat, which they certainly could have. It would have been better at the time when you reflect back. They put Brock Purdy back out onto the field with a torn UCL. You don't do that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can't throw Brock Purdy back out on the field. And that caused more inflammation, and he had to wait a little bit on his surgery because there was more swelling involved in his UCL. They'll rush Brock Purdy back probably, but if they don't, they're in some major trouble either way. So we'll have to see how that shakes out for week 3 and 4. But I doubt Purdy plays week 3. There is a thinking that he's going to be out for 2 to 5. So expect 2 to 5 for now. I think these are the last pieces of news. We have Will Jackson Dart be the starter for the Giants by the end of the season. The fact that we're even talking about the end of the season is crazy. And this is bad for Hospital Ball City that we got going on there. And certainly we, for Neighbors to get out of the season upright, especially given the toe situation, Jackson Dart going in the game is better for the likelihood and odds of Neighbors playing a full season. Not only that, but playing a healthy full season, because he could be banged up all year long. So we're talking about bye weeks, and people are projecting when Dart comes in. Now, Wilson could get injured right away and speed along the process, but will they even put Dart in then? It's starting to sound like they really don't want to injure him, and I understand that angle of it, but I also understand that Neighbors is more important than any of them. And if you keep throwing hospital balls up to Neighbors is going to get injured, and here you are trying to protect your unknown commodity at your quarterback position, which I understand, but you're also you're for sure not protecting your wide receiver commodity, who could be the number 1 player in the National Football League in Malik Neighbors. He is that talented. So kind of wild if you ask me. And I think we're done on the updates minus this one, and then we're just going to comb through, and the Super Chats will also comb through any news that comes rolling in. But Jawan Jennings is There's some optimism that he should play today. There was a report that dropped yesterday that said that Rap Sheet expects him to play. So Jennings will be out there. That's going to muddy up the situation a little bit for Pearsall this week, because Pearsall, the lone starter, the lone person that's going to eat in that wide receiver room, now isn't the lone player, and you again have some very, 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 very sketchy opportunities here with this offensive line being beat up. We'll see how Trent Williams is looking, and then you've got Mac Jones under center. So we'll see what happens. I'm not overly optimistic about the wide receiver room like some other people are. So we'll see. Worthy out week 2, looking good to play week 3. It looks like he suffered a fully torn labrum and will play in a harness. So what that means is that his labrum was ripped, and as I've talked to you before about this, you have the ball and socket. And so the ball and socket pretty much slide out effortlessly in a way without a labrum. Labrum is pretty much the seal, and it's, let's say it's that thick. And you put that seal there, that's the part that keeps the socket inside the ball, or the ball inside the socket. So when you tear the labrum, you literally have a ball and socket that can come right out. Now, if you tear your labrum fully, that doesn't mean the whole thing all the way around is ripped. It means that there's an open track that let's say here's the ball and socket. You have an open track, right, where this ball can slide out of the socket. Now, sometimes that has to be lined up just right to get it out of the ball and socket, or the socket. So it's not like it's just the shoulders is completely loose in the entire labrum. That might be described wrong when people said he fully torn labrum. He probably did at that spot. It's not like it's slightly torn. It's probably fully torn, but there is an opening for that ball to come out of the socket. So what they do is they put a harness on it, and the harness, he's going to wear a harness that will hold it in place, and he literally won't be able to pull it out. But he'll have some mobility issues, some limitations. He'll have to pull it. When you saw him catch that football in practice, he caught it like this. So there will be some inability to raise his arm a certain height. There'll be some limitations in movement. He'll probably drop a few balls, but they'll be able to get him out there, and he'll be able to play with that harness, and it'll be pretty good. So expect Worthy to be back next week. As of right now, let's get straight into the super chats. Appreciate everybody being here. Let me roll through and just see if I have any $20 haulers that need immediate attention. Jordan with 20 wad. Jordan, appreciate you dropping the $20 hauler, my boy. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Appreciate you, my boy. And then I think that was all of them for right now. Then we'll go straight through an order in which to receive. Jordan, appreciate your 20.
Alert. Super chat alert.
And by the way, on the show right now, if you guys keep hitting that subscribe button, we got about 800 people in here on YouTube right now. We have 35,984 subscribers. So if we get roughly 16 more subscribers in this show, we'll be turning that behind my head there, that 35,000 YouTube subscriber sign into 36K while we're live. So please hit that subscribe button, and 16 of you can make me stop the show and change the sign out to 36K. So appreciate you. What's up, Smitty? About to go coach football and will miss the 12 p.m. game, so need your advice. Sharps or Hunter in the flex spot? You're the man. Thank you for all of the help during the season. You're the man. Guys, can we get a group think vote on this one for Jordan, since he's not going to be around? I think we need to probably look at this situation and say we got a couple more subs in there. Thank you very much. We need 13, 14 more. I think we look at this situation and we say Sharps is probably the safer call, because the volume should be there. He's a captain. He did really well last week. He got 31 snaps. I think 21 went to Walker. So there's a big discrepancy there. But I think Hunter in full PPR, if this is full PPR, is the way to go this week. Oh, this is half PPR. I still think it's probably the way to go. If it was non-PPR, it might start to inch toward being dead even to me. And so then it's even okay to go Hunter. But I think Hunter is the player I want here. I think they're going to get him utilized in a lot of different ways today. I think that Liam Cohen needs to get T-Law moving and in motion. And a lot of that is going to be short yardage type of plays. It's going to be dump off screens, jet sweeps, a lot of stuff going to Travis Hunter and BTJ. And I think that they both eat. I'm going to say Hunter by a hair. But once Charbonnet gets fully unlocked, it's going to be an easier call for you. So right now, I'd say Travis Hunter is probably the safer call. It looks like the chat is kind of in agreement. There are some people that are throwing out a Sharps, but it looked like Hunter was winning the vote early. Now Sharps is starting to even it out. Hunter, 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 Sharps, 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 Hunter, Sharps, Sharps. It looks like it kind of pulled into a tie at the end, but it's tough to say. I don't think you're making a mistake either way. They're both really good plays this week. Hunter's just the full-blown starter. Sharps is still in a committee until we're told otherwise. Start Bowers, Tyler Warren, Hunter. Also separate league, Coleman or Hunter. I'm going Hunter in that second question, and I'm going Bowers and probably, Bowers and Tyler Warren are pretty safe, but I think I go Bowers and Hunter. But Bowers and Warren are safe if you're looking for safety. Thank you, Torch, for dropping the super chat, my good sir. Pickens or Hendy. I think Hendy's probably the call, but Pickens is a nice, safe play. I kind of want both of them in your lineup, but I'd pick Hendy. Full PPR, Mark Andrews or Fannin. I'm going to go Fannin pretty easily. Mahomes or Penix Jr. Penix Jr. is great, but he's got a tougher matchup, and I still believe Mahomes is a must play. Best Life, appreciate you. Would you trade Kraft or Warren for Travis Hunter or hold both tight ends for a better deal? Bro, I would keep Kraft if I can. Or I'd keep Warren if I can, I'm sorry. But I would trade Kraft for Hunter. I think it's a really good play. You could wait 1 week. You could wait till after this week to see if there are any injuries. You could wait and see if maybe Hunter plays badly, then you can get Hunter and more. I would rather have Warren over Kraft. I think it's close. I think Kraft is a top 5 to 6, top 5 to 7 tight end for the rest of the season. That's a good ranking. But Warren's possibly my number 3. So I'm moving Kraft if I can. But I don't think that's a bad play at all. You're running the risk of Travis Hunter having a big game just as much as you are of selling too early on Kraft. Start McCarthy or Nix or stream May or Penix. I'm starting Nix, but Penix is a nice safe play if you don't trust Nix, but I'm going to go Bo Nix. Also, should I trade Tet for Burrow? I probably would. Also have CD, Ibuka, Rice. Yeah, I would definitely take Burrow's a nice buy low right now. Trade away Neighbors and Blue for London and Tootin. I think I probably would say that's a decent move. I think Tootin's going to be really relevant, and I think London's safer than Neighbors, even though he's banged up right now. But part of me thinks you could still get more. So I'm going to say I like the idea, but you're not really getting much of a upgrade on paper until Tootin gets the job. But I'm not afraid to do that trade, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I think you can get more, but it's not a bad deal. Just because I do love Tootin in London. Neighbors is probably going to get fed hospital balls all year long. So I do worry about that. But Neighbors, London being hurt right now also injects some risk there. I guess chat, vote on this one. Are we going London? We need 9 more subscribers, and I'm changing the sign behind my head to 36K subscribers. So keep hitting that subscribe button. Guys, are we doing London and Tootin? I think I probably would at the end of the day, Ethan. It's a risk, sure, but I'd probably do it. May or Nix, and why? Nix because I think he's just going to bounce back, my boy. And I really believe in Nix, and I believe in the offense. I believe in the fact that they're going to score a lot of points, live in the red zone. I still believe in Drake May, and I still like Drake May, but I do believe this is a better matchup and situation for Bo Nix. Need 3 to start: Evans, London, Tet, Hunter, Javonte. Evans, London, and probably Hunter for me. Javonte might be safer than Hunter, actually, but I'd go Hunter. But if you want safety, go Javonte over Hunter. But that's my call anyway that I would make. Full PPR, flex Hollywood, Shakir, or Quentin Johnston. I'm going to go Hollywood this week. Harvey or Sampson. I'm going to go Harvey. It's higher risk, but I would go Harvey personally. 12-team super flex standard. Keep Ingram or put in Strange. Henry rest of season. I'd probably say Strange is the safest call right now. but Ingram could prove to be fully healthy. I'm a little worried about him pulling up limp in the game. Trade Hunter for Hall. I'd rather have Hall, even though I love Hunter. Hunter and Tracy for Hall, that's fine too. I don't mind throwing in somebody. Dynasty Superflex, trade my Hampton for Dak and RJ Harvey. In Superflex, if you need the quarterback, I'm fine with that. Start 2 Henderson, Ridley, J-Mo, McMillan. I'm going to start Henderson and probably J-Mo. That's close, though. McMillan's nice, too, though. McMillan and Hendy might be safest, but I'm going to go J-Mo and Henderson personally. Hendy, Harvey, Tet, start 1. Probably going to go Hendy. Hendy's safe. This one here, pick 2.5. Dunze, Waddle, Dobbins, or Harvey. I'm going to go with Harvey. And you could go Harvey and Dobbins and hedge it, but they probably should both produce. But I think you're probably better off going to Dunze and one of them. I go with Dunze and Harvey, but dang, man, that's a really, really close call. Thanks, Smitty, brother, for all you do. Should I start Mahomes or Herbert this week? Herbert's a little bit safer. Mahomes is higher risk, higher reward. I probably would go Mahomes personally, but it's very, very close. If you need safety, go Herbert. Fields, Herbert, or Murray to start. I'm gonna go Herbert here. Pick 2, 1 flex, 1 wide receiver. I'm gonna go Travis Hunter and Breece Hall, and then waivers Sampson and Warren. I like Sampson and Warren maybe slightly over Pittman, to be honest, on waivers, but I'd probably say Sampson for now. Even though he's going to be sharing work, I don't know. I still think he's very relevant, especially in PPR, but that's close. You don't need to make that cut. You can just wait on that one. Start Henderson or Pollard. I'm going Hendy. I think Pollard's a good play, but I'm going Hendy, having a big breakout game. Start Evans over Tet. I still would start Evans over Tet, yes. Question, start Harvey, Diggs, or Charbonnet. I'm going to go Charbonnet for safety. Start Odunze or Harvey. Here I would go Harvey. That way you're not putting all your eggs in the Harvey basket, but you get some shares. Start Fannin or Strange or Njoku. I'm going to go Fannin for upside. And then start Penix or Geno. I'm going to start Penix, and then JJ and Flacco. I'm going to go JJ McCarthy. All right, thank you for the super chat. This one here, start Diggs over Hill in the flex. I'm going to go Hill, even though I don't want to. Charbonnet or Chubb. I'm going Charbs. And then K9 is running back 2. Keep him or bench him for Charbs. There's Charbs. You're starting Charbs. And Tracy or Chubb. I guess Chubb, but neither. Hill, Diggs. Open with Hill, benched, or Diggs, flex one of them. I guess Hill. I think we answered this one already. Guess Hill. Hill is somebody I'd probably still play in that situation. Flex Hendy, Pearsall, Sharbs, or Keenan Allen. I'm going to go Hendy, then Sharbs, then Pearsall in that order. Really close, though. Those are all really close calls. Hey, Smitty, start 2 Hunter, Zay, or Tyreek. I'm going to go Zay and Hunter. Just don't trust Tyreek enough in that situation. Start JCM and Terry. Started JCM and Terry. Need to start 3 and bench the rest. Okay, so I'm going to go for a little upside here because you need it. I'm going to go DK, Evans, and RJ Harvey. Or now DK, Evans, and Hunter. That's a good combo of high risk, but also safety. Start Mac. I'm wanting to start Harvey over Hunter, but you pick your poison there. They're both pretty good plays. Start T-Mac or Ibuka. We're not sitting Ibuka. What are we doing? Did you sit him last week? Because that's the only reason you'd be sitting him this week. Fannin or Pitts? We're going to go Fannin, I think, for upside. Appreciate you, King. Do not sit Ibuka. Penix or Kyler, and Ingram or Fergie. I'm going to go probably Penix. I trust him more, even with the matchup. And then I guess Ingram for me, but this is the only time I'm going Ingram because I'm really worried about him pulling up a limp during the game. We got a Lego Batman $20 super chat. Lego, appreciate you, my boy, coming in strong.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Lego Batman coming in strong, bro. Have a great day, fam. We're all movement today. Thank you, Lego. Appreciate you dropping the wattage. I will go nuts deciding this every week. Start 2 wide receivers. Well, you got to make a trade. Wilson, Buka, MHA, Pickens. Yeah, you're Buka and probably Garrett. But what else are you going to do? Buka is locked in, of course. Also tight end Pitts, Ingram, and Joku. I'm probably going to go Pitts in this situation until, we're proving that Ingram's healthy. Who do you drop? Thornton or Isaiah Pacheco? Probably Thornton right now. Probably thinking, Thornton is the drop right now, Steve. Appreciate you. Penix or Geno? I'm going to go Penix Jr. Racing Boys to start Pitts or Fannin. I'm going to go Fannin, but it's very close. You're not wrong to want one over the other. Drake May or Fields? I'm going to go Fields for the upside, the rushing ability, and just the fact that he looks great. Swift or K9? Probably going to go, I'm probably going to go Swift this week. K9 is hard to trust right now. Charbonnet to the moon today. JT for Kyron in Dynasty. I would take Kyron over JT, to be honest with you. I love Kyron Williams. He just signed his big long-term contract. I think he's fine for a couple years. Sharbs, RJ Harvey, Pacheco, Sampson start 2. Let's go with Charbonnet and RJ Harvey for upside. Love that. Any moves to make? Trying to trade Worthy right now is something I would look to do with the news. You're probably gonna have to wait until this week though. Worthy and I don't want you to trade anything that you listed. You didn't give me a lot to work with, so it's like, do you move like Sampson or off of a big game, let's say, or do you move RJ Harvey off a big game, or do you move Sharps off a big game with Worthy to go get that, big time wide receiver that might struggle this week, or do you try it right now for BTJ on the spec that somebody wants to maybe get Harvey before he busts loose today? Hendy or Sharps? I'm going Hendy, but it's close. Charbonnet is a good play this week. Start Mahomes or Fields? Let's go with Mahomes, but it's a close call. Trent Williams is active, which is pretty big news if you're a Niner fan or anybody that has a Niner player today. That's great for McCaffrey. Let me put that up on screen. Now, there's a chance that they still sit him if he's not feeling well, and this has happened before where he goes out there and is struggling a little bit. But let's go look at this right here. Let me see if I can pull this up on screen. So actives include Trent Williams, Mason Taylor, Wan'Dale Robinson. Inactives, Curtis Samuel. There you go, Jair. We got Witherspoon, Andrew Thomas, which is awful for the Giants to be out Andrew Thomas, but that was expected. But Trent Williams being active was kind of the question that we all had, going on right now. Start Mahomes or Fields? I'm going Mahomey. Keenan Allen. By the way, how many subscribers are we away? We're 7 subscribers away from me changing the sign in the background to a 36K. So please hit subscribe if you're new. Appreciate you. Keenan Allen or DJ Moore? I'm probably gonna go Keenan Allen. That's a good question though, my boy. This one here, Chubb or Harvey? I'm gonna go Harvey for upside. I don't care if Chubb seems safer. I don't trust Nick Chubb left to right. Ollie or Robinson Jr. both got dropped. I'm gonna go Ollie. Should I drop McCarthy? I have Knicks. I probably wouldn't drop McCarthy. Wouldn't drop Benson. Can't drop Shards, Rice, Bill. I guess I'd probably say maybe you don't drop anybody. If you're forced to drop your backup quarterback and you're not going to have one, I'd almost rather have Bo Nix right now. Dynasty Scat plus Tesla and a 26 second for AJB. I'm fine taking AJB for the win if you can win cash money right now. Right side says Fields or Knicks today. I'm going Knicks. Smitty's the GOAT. No, Anthony, you are. I'm going Knicks today, bro. PPR, Warren, Sharps, or Harvey. Sharps is the very safe play today. Dak or May. Dak is a must start. Go Dak. Flex, Mason, Coleman, or Booty. I'd probably go with... I guess I'd go Coleman in this situation, but that's really, really close. Mason's a good play, but I think I go Coleman. Look, he's the number 2 wide receiver. Not saying it's going to last, but he's playing well. Trade McLaurin for ETN. I'd take ETN. Other receivers are Puka, Flowers, Hunter. They're good enough, and not to mention just the trade value of ETN is pretty damn good. I think I'd take that. Flex one, Pearsall, Coleman, Fannin, or Benson. I'd probably go Coleman here, but Pearsall and Coleman are really close. Trust your gut on that one. Penix or May. I'm going to go Penix Jr. in this situation. Penix matchup makes me nervous. Yeah, but, May's safe. If you want to go May, Smitty, approve it. It sounds like you want to go May. Trust your gut. I'm going to tell you to go May because your gut's screaming May, and you don't want to go against your gut, bro. Full PPR, it's close enough. They could score the exact same. Start 2, Hampton, Dobbins, or Pearsall. I go Hampton and probably Pearsall in this situation. Also, Njoku or Strange. I'd probably go Njoku. No, I'd probably go Strange this week. Thank you, Spoon, for dropping that super chat. JSN versus Pitts or Tyreek versus New England Patriots. I'd go JSN, bro. Why would you even contemplate sitting a guy that had, unless you benched him last week? He had 150 yards last week, and Hill's not doing anything. So, Bucky, Bajan, Brees, AJ Brown, MHA, Buka. I have one to sit. Who do you sit? Man, it's a grandma league right here. AJB, because he didn't deliver and he still might be banged up. Now, is that risky? Yeah. If you want to play him, put MHJ on the bench, I guess. But I'm gonna sit AJB until he proves something. And I wouldn't lose much sleep over it if he did better, because he literally has been struggling with a hamstring injury and he didn't do anything last week. He looked like a decoy. Chase, or I don't know what MGL means. Chase, MGL, or okay, kicker. Okay, I got you. I don't know. This is 50-50. 50-50, JD. Close your eyes and pick one. I'm sorry I don't have an answer for you. Mahomes or Penix and Kelsey or Fannin. Mahomes or Penix. Mahomes for me. Kelsey, Fannin. Go Mahomes and Kelsey, and trust that they're going to force feed him. I have T. Higgins, Lamb, JSN, Buka. Guys, with kicker questions, honestly, just pick the kicker that's projected for the most amount of points. Kicker questions, I could sit here and give you my prediction, but my prediction is literally, it's not like kickers go off the average, and you don't really have a good average right now, but you could use week 1 as a barometer. But literally, kickers, there's no like, oh, he's such a good kicker, this matchup is great. Matchups don't really even do much. Guy's gonna have 5 field goals one week out of nowhere. Just start the kicker with the most projected points and hope that you get that projection. You hit that projection. The projection is there for a reason, and this is a position where the projections actually kind of do matter, and they kind of tend to lean toward accuracy. I have T. Higgins, Lamb, Igbuka, Pearsall. Who do I trade? Whichever one can get you the most return. So I would say T. Higgins hopefully has a day. JSN's a good trade piece right now. Buka and Lamb I probably don't trade. So if I had to choose, I would choose to get rid of the other two. But you're going to have to wait till this week because there's no way you're going to probably get something pulled off in time. I guess, I don't know, try. But JSN I would move. JSN had a 150-yard day. Ricky, pick my running back 2 and flex. Sharbs and Harvey, and I'm swinging for upside. It is what it is. And let me see if I have any $20 super chats that need immediate attention. This one is from AJ. Appreciate you dropping the 20 watt on screen. You're going to get moved to the front of the line. And then I think that's all the 20s we got right now. Okay, it's a $20 super chat. Thank you for the super chat, my boy. This one right here. Justin Fields or Bo Nix, 6 points per TD pass. I'm going to go Bo Nix. I think he has a great bounce back day. But you're not wrong to want Fields in there. I'll just tell you that. You're not wrong. $10 hauler. Started Debo and Igbuka for my wide receivers in Hampton at the flex. London put on the bench originally due to shoulder issue, but do I start London over Hampton or leave it as is, start Dak over Nix? I start Dak over Nix today. London over Hampton, probably London. We need 4 more subscribers to change this sign behind us. 4 more and we're at 36K. Appreciate you all. I'm not sitting London, but I do like Hampton. Hampton's pretty safe play today. Pick 2 running backs, PPR, Sharbs, Hendy, Harvey. I'm going Sharbs and Hendy. Pretty easy call. My Pickens and JMO for London and Dynasty. I would probably take London, my boy. Start 1, Samson, Shaheed, or Mims. I'm going to start Samson. He's good in the PPR game right now. Jordan Mason or Pacheco. I'm going Jordan Mason. I just don't trust Pacheco. Brad, appreciate your super chat. Smitty, PPR, wide receiver 2, and a flex. I'm going to go with MHJ, and my flex is going to be Travis Hunter. Please pick 3. Can you tell me who I follow? Can you tell who I follow? Oh, yeah, you follow my boy. Your boy. Me. I'm your boy. MHJ and probably, okay, so MHJ and Hunter, and then probably JMO. A flex and a tight end. Okay, wide receiver 2, flex, and a tight end. Okay, if it's a tight end, I got you. So it's going to be MHJ, Kelsey, and Hunter. There you go. I like JMO, though. JMO's not bad this week. All right, Pitts, Fannin, or Ingram. I'm going to go Fannin for upside. Sampson or Harvey. I'm going to go Harvey for upside. Sampson for safety if you need safety. Like the matchup is calling for safety. If you need a big swing, you're down like you had JD5, like something like that, then I'd go for the swing. Sharbs or Pearsall. Sharbs or Tracy. Sharbs, both PPR leagues. You could split that and go Pearsall in the one, but I would go Sharbs personally. I think Sharbs is going to have a day. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. PPR, who to start at the flex? Cup, Austin, or Booty? Let's go Booty. I'm going to go Booty. Booty's the one, the play here. There's just nothing standing out to make me want to go another direction. Sharbs or Jaylen Warren? Sharbs. Come on. Drop Phoenix for Tootin. Penix for Tootin. I'd say Harvey, Sharbs, JCM on my bench. I don't know. I don't want to drop Penix or Phoenix. We're at 36K, but I want Tootin. So don't drop your backup quarterback, but go get Tootin. We're at 36K. Let's switch it out right here. 36K, ladies and gentlemen. Switching it out live on the show. 36K. I appreciate you. You guys did it. I work for you. Congratulations.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy.
36K, doing it live. Appreciate you all. That's now changed up on the board. That's because of you. Thank you. I work for you. So I would say go get Tootin, but I'm not necessarily dropping Penix, but I guess if you had to, but you'd better be able to convince me that you can get any quarterback you want off waivers if you need it. Pick 2 wide receivers: Travis Hunter, Marvin Harrison Jr., JSN. JSN and Travis and MHJ. JSN and MHJ. Love our boy Hunter, but that's a pretty easy call in my opinion. Bo Nix or Drake May. I'm going Bo Nix today, but you're not wrong to want either. One Evans, Devontae Smith, also Ingram or Juwan. I'm going to go probably Juwan for safety until we know Ingram's healthy, and Evans over Devontae Smith because I just trust Evans more. My Hendy for AJB or Burrow plus Tet. I'd probably take Burrow plus Tet if you need a quarterback badly, but I don't really want to trade Hendy. I definitely wouldn't trade Hendy for AJB. And pick 2, Pearsall, Keenan Allen, Higgins, Sutton. Thanks. I'm going to go with Higgins and probably Sutton this week, but that's really close. Smitty, Johnson, Hill, or Shakir. I'm going to go, if that's Tyreek Hill, I guess I go Tyreek Hill. Thank you. Appreciate you, but that's really close. I hate starting Tyreek Hill. Kyle Pitts or Fannin or Kelsey. I'm going to go Kelsey, getting spoon-fed, but we do love the Fannin machine today. But Kelsey should be spoon-fed. Got to save my week from my risk of pushing JCM into the flex spot. 3 wide receiver, BTJ, Ibuka, Ridley, Adams, or Booty. I'm going to go probably Adams. Which 2 of the running backs to start? Achane, Hendy, Hampton. Probably Achane and Hampton are the safest, but man, I mean, you got to make a trade because that's crazy putting Hendy on the bench. Hendy's going to have such a good day. I would have not started JCM over Hendy, but I know you got excited. But you got to probably put Hendy on the bench just because Hampton's going to be a secure play. But you're going to maybe be so upset. Who do I start? Pick 1, flex, dynasty, Hunter, Monty, Sharbs. Probably Sharbs right now. He's a very, very strong play. And then next would be Hunter if I had to pick another one to help you out. Manifest, appreciate your super chat here. Make moves, let it marinate. I think your team looks like maybe I would trade Cook. I'd trade Judkins on the high if you can. Man, you're going to have to get a running back, though. Wilson, Hunter. You got the wide receiver depth to do it. So, you might even trade McBride at some point. But I don't know if we got enough time to do it. But McBride, if he has a big day, might be able to get you into let's say another player. Let's say Lamb has a bad day. You trade McBride for Lamb. You're throwing a Chubb if Chubb does well. You're throwing in a Judkins because it excites the person. I definitely trying to trade Cook and Devontae Smith for let's say Hampton or Hendy struggle today, something like that. But I think we got to attack it. I could give you a bunch of advice now, but then the player values could and will change, so we kind of need to attack it once the week's over. Need one Hunter, Hendy, Hampton. You're going to go probably Hampton for safety here. Also need one Hunter, Pearsall, Sharps. You're probably going to go Sharps for safety. Sharps is a nice play this week, bro. Kyler Murray, Penix Jr. I'm going to go Penix Jr. Although, it's arguable. Drop Sampson and Judkins for ETN, of course. Keep Judkins because the trade value is better. Pick Flex, Sharps, ETN, Hendy, DJ Moore. You have to go ETN off of that monster game. I mean, how could you not play ETN? $50 hauler from Jay.
$50. Give me 50.
Jay, appreciate you, my boy. So many any pickups for Underdog 1-900 tailing your anytime TDs last game. We'll go over that in a minute. Right when I get through all these super chats, and we'll pick some hires. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. Thanks. Now drink some water. Says Yo Smitty. Okay, thank you, pal. I'll do my best. There's some water in here, so we're good. I mean, it's a vitamin water. I know it's not necessarily water, but there's a lot of water in here. I asked Kruger. He said, yes, there's a lot of water inside vitamin water. Starting Neighbors and Egbuka at Flex. Sutton, should I keep T-Mac on the bench? I think Sutton's better than T-Mac, so I'm going to say stand down, although, that could go either way. Start one wide receiver, one running back, London or Pickens, Hampton or Hendy. Start one running back, one wide receiver. I'm going to go London, obviously, and Hampton's safer than Hendy right now. But, you got a trade to make probably on your hands. Penix or Justin Fields. I'm going to go, honestly, this one's close. I'd probably go Justin or Penix Jr. this week. I know the matchup scares well, I think I still go Penix Jr. It's a close call. Trust your gut. Chat, Penix Jr. or Fields. It's a tough matchup. I mean, Penix Jr.'s definitely got that tough mini matchup. So, hard to say. Chat, please vote. It's the evening game, though. I'm excited about that matchup. I know it's in Minnesota. I know Minnesota just demoralized Caleb, but I think Penix is going to have a good day and prove why he's, was supposed to be taken at that pick and not Caleb. But Fields is a good play, too. So let the chat vote on this one. I would go with groupthink on this one. It's so close. Fields or Penix Jr., guys, please vote. Looks like we're getting a kind of a split vote so far. Start one running back and one flex. Hampton, Hendy, Pickens, Ricky. I'm going to go Hendy and Hampton personally. I like Pickens if you don't want to roll the dice with Hendy right now, because Pickens is a almost must play, but I mean, so is Hendy. So great team though. Great options. Pollard or Sharps. I'm going Sharps. Dunze or Sampson. I'm going to probably lean a Dunze here in PPR and half PPR. But that's full PPR, so I lean a Dunze. Sampson or Quentin Johnston. I'm going to go Sampson, to be honest with you. I think he's still a force this week, even if Judkins getting some carries. Start two, Pearsall, Javonte Williams, Adams, PPR. I'm going to start Pearsall and Pearsall. I guess Pearsall and Adams in full PPR, but I'm tempted to take Pearsall out and put in Javonte. But that's a really, really close call. Flex Hendy or Jacoby Myers. I'm going to go Hendy over Jacoby personally. Start two, Harvey, Sharps, Pitts, Fannin. I'm going to go Sharps and probably Harvey for upside, but that's me. Trust your gut. Have Ollie Gordon, Keaton Mitchell drop right, Jalen Wright for Justice Hill. I don't think you need Justice Hill, bro, but I don't mind that. That's fine though. I don't think either one is going to be in your lineup if an injury strikes, to be honest. Fannin or Pitts, good luck today with the picks and squads. Thank you, pal. I'm going to go Fannin until we... Yeah, I think I'm going to go Fannin. Fannin's got a lot of upside. Go Hiking says Smitty, Sharps, Mason, Hunter, Pickens, pick one. Half point. Sharps. Sharps is a really, really safe play today, bro. Very safe play. Like Sharps a lot. Anything can happen, though. Would you trade my Brees for Walker and Njoku? If I like losing, I would. Why would I go after Walker right now, bro? Why would you trade Brees for Walker and Njoku? What is Walker proven at all? Like, no. That would be one of the worst trades we've seen all day long. So, no. Gotta sit one. Appreciate your super chat. Ted McMillan, Travis Hunter, or ETN. You're sitting Ted McMillan, I think, or Travis Hunter. You're not sitting ETN. So, please, get him out of this question. I'd probably start Travis Hunter personally, but it's close call. Fannin or Kincaid or Jawan or Ferguson. I'm going to go Fannin and I'm going to go Jawan, but it's very, very close. Pickens or Sutton. I'm going to go Pickens today, but it's dead even, and you're not wrong to want one over the other. Sharps or Swift in the flex. Charbonnet is a great play, bro. Half PPR Sharps or Hendy. Sharps is safer, but I want both of them, and you got to make a trade probably, young man. Tyler Warren or McMillan at flex. Go Tyler Warren, baby. I know that's a little risky to some, but I'm doing it live. Egbuka, Hunter, Diggs, Pearsall, Pickens, Coleman, Adunze. I'm going Egbuka, and I'm going probably Pickens for safety. Yeah, Egbuka, Pickens, and then Hunter. If I can, I want to start all three, but I get it. ETN or Hendo, both juicy matchups. I mean, you got to go Hendy or ETN, but man, you're gonna regret not having both of them in there. Jeez. Sit one, JT, Kyron, Garrett Wilson, MHJ, Egbuka, Devontae. Probably Devontae until he proves he's, consistent for you, bro. Pickens or Pearsall. I'm going to go Pickens. CR, thank you for the blank super chat. Let me get some picks over on the screen here from Underdog. Guys, Underdog, if you want to tail any of these or do any hires, Underdog, play $5, get 50. That link I'm going to put in the live chat and pin. It's in the description of the video as well. Code Smitty also gets it done. There's the link right there. Let me drop it right here. There's the link. Boom. Pinned in the live chat. And let's see if we can plug in. Let me see if we can plug in and potentially go over this on screen here. Feel like let's see. Let's see if we can switch this over here. I think we can. There we go. Okay, so let's move this down here. And we will put it on screen here. The picks, we'll do it live. Let's see if we can move this. All right. Let's go through these picks. Let's make a contest. You guys want to tail this? I'd love to have you follow my lead here if you want. Okay, let's go to NFL. So you're going to go on the Underdog app. The link is in the live chat. Here's the link right here. Boom. Hit that link. It's pinned in the live chat. Code Smitty gets it done as well. We're going to go straight into the Champions tab, or it's going to say pick them down at the bottom. And then here I'm going to click NFL. Once I click NFL, I'm going to scroll through all these matchups. So let's just go to this Buffalo matchup real quickly. Is there anything here that sticks out like a sore thumb? 62.5 yards for Garrett Wilson. Higher is pretty nice. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that, but I'm gonna grab it. 60 for Brees. He could go either way. Fields 180. Let's get out of this matchup here, and let's go into the Cleveland-Baltimore matchup. Derrick Henry touchdown seems very likely. Let's hit that. Flowers 60 yards. That could go any which way. What's Fannin at? Fannin 34 yards. I think that's good. We'll hit that. I'm not keeping all these necessarily. Let's back out of that matchup. Let's go New York, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb touchdown. I like that, but probably not as much of a lot. 58 yards for Pickens seems like I think he's going to get that. So, again, we're not keeping everything, but we'll back out of that. Let's go over to the Pittsburgh-Seattle game. Do I think anything looks great there? I don't like this game, except for JSN. Charbonnet, rushing yards, 42. Never mind. I love the game. Never mind. What am I saying? I like that a lot. Okay, Chicago, Detroit. Gibbs, 27 receiving yards. I think he does crush that. Caleb, 27 rushing yards. He probably does run for his life for that, but let's see. Gibbs. Let's see here. Let's click on Gibbs here and see what else they have. Gibbs, we're looking at 67 rushing yards higher. I like that. You can even make this, you can go like this and increase the number. So if we were to increase the number to like 79, that increases those odds. So you can see on the higher, it goes from even to 1.08 to 1. It's not even that much of an increase. So I'm just going to click the higher on this. We'll back out. Let's go back out over here. Detroit, Jacksonville. Touchdown. Chase Brown. Let's see what Chase Brown looks like. 68 yards rushing. I do like that. Brian Thomas Jr., 72. What's his rushing yards? Let's see. Travis Hunter, 47, higher. Like that. Okay, let's go on over to, let's see what Kyron's at, rushing yards. Kyron, touchdown. God, we know he's scoring a touchdown, right? Puka, 81 yards, probably getting that. Let's see what Kyron is, rushing yards. 74. I like that. All right, so a $5 pays $4.56. That's not on the flex. The flex would drop it down to $3.04. The flex would allow you to miss one, and you get, for your $5, you get $15. But with $5, I don't really care. You know, like I'd rather just get the chance at $4.50. Well, it's actually pretty decent. Not that big of a difference. Let's do the flex. Let's do a $5 flex on that one. Hit that. That's $3.04. Let's use these picks again. And then we'll take off. Let's take off the, I want to keep the Charbonnet one. Take off the Pickens. We'll take off the Kyron. I'll keep the Travis Hunter. Keep the Fannin. Keep the Derrick Henry. Take off the Gibbs. Take off the Garrett Wilson. And let's keep going on through here. So let's back up here. New England, Miami. Let's go with Achane. 63 yards higher. Let's go Henderson. I love that. 37 yards rushing. Hendy. Boom. Do it live. Let's back out of that. San Francisco, New Orleans. McCaffrey, 79 yards rushing. Probably gets that, but let's see what else. Let's see if there's an INT for Mac Jones. Or fumble or something. INT thrown higher. Boom. Okay. Philadelphia, KC. Mahomes. Rushing yards, 24. Boom. $5 pays $4.69. Flex pay, it pays $3.13. Let's hit that. Those are some of the ones that I like this week, if that helps anybody create some sort of contest. Appreciate you all partaking in that together. All right, let's do some of this. Get some of these super chats knocked out. PPR, Fields or Baker, need one. Njoku, Fannin, Ferguson. I'm going Fannin, and I'm going probably Baker. Baker should have a day. Full PPR, Flowers, Hendy. I'm going to go probably Flowers for safety and PPR, and I'd probably go Hendy for upside if you need upside. Pick 2, Garrett Wilson, MHJ, Buka. I'm probably going Garrett Wilson and Buka. Very close call. Start Pearsall, Devontae Smith, or Travis Hunter at the flex. I think I'm going Travis Hunter. Bowers or Fannin. Come on, bro. Take a lap. Take a big lap on that one. Why are you asking that question? Hollywood or Sharps? We're going Sharps. Take a lap on that one, maybe too. Appreciate you both, though. The lap is just so you understand the passion behind the answer. What trade for Neighbors? I have DJ Moore and Harrison. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to get London and something. We saw that guy get London and Tootin. I didn't like that. I liked it in that I like Tootin and I like London, but can you turn DJ Moore into Ladd? Can you turn DJ Moore into a BTJ? Can you turn Marvin Harrison Jr. into a Lamb or a BTJ by trading Neighbors down to a wide receiver, So, if you're trading like Neighbors and DJ Moore into two receivers, or if you're trading Neighbors and DJ Moore into Lamb, might be the easier way to go. But Neighbors and MHJ for two players, but this doesn't help me much because nobody really does a lot of two wide receivers for one. So I need a little bit more information, I think, to help you. But, man, I'm already tired. 36,003 subscribers. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Let's get that number well over the 36K. Appreciate you guys. We hit 36K today. We made the change on the sign. My CMC for Hampton and T. Higgins. I would probably say you need to get more than T. Higgins, bro. It's not enough. Or Hampton and London. That is enough. Yes, William. It's a big difference between those two trades, though, my boy. Ibuka, Connor, or Sutton at the flex. We're going to go with Ibuka, bro. What are you talking about? And a QB, Knicks or Fields? I'm going to go Knicks, but it's a close call, bro. It really is. Flex, PPR, Hendy, Myers, or Hunter. I'm going to go Hendy. Hendy should have a day. Half PPR, Flex, Monty, Mason, or Sampson. I'm going to go probably, I guess, Monty this week, which feels crazy, but I still think there's some touchdown upside. Sharps or Walker. Why would you even consider Walker over Sharps, Andrew? It's Sharps. Sharps he's the starter right now. Keenan Allen or Hollywood for this week. Kelsey as my tight end. Keenan Allen safer. Ricky. GM Smitty, full PPR, Fannin or Pitts. I'm leaning Fannin. I'm leaning Fannin too, but it's close. Pickens noon or Mooney Sunday night football. Who's safer? Pickens by a country mile. Like, it doesn't even matter when they're playing, bro. Throw Pickens in there. What are we doing? PPR Superflex, Mac Jones or Jalen Warren. I guess I don't know, bro. Mac Jones could get you like negative points. I guess you roll the dice with Mac if you believe the scoring's friendly to QBs. Like, what if I don't know the scoring? Sometimes Superflex scoring, it doesn't really have the biggest advantage. If that's the case, I go Jalen Warren. If quarterbacks have a huge advantage, I'd probably go Mac Jones. But, I mean, damn, man, that's a risky play for sure. But it's a good matchup at least. Just traded Aaron Jones for Hendy. You just clobbered him, bro. You just lambasted him in a trade, bro. Completely smashed him. 10-man full PPR. Any moves? Mahomey, Genty, Hendy, Neighbors, BTJ, Wilson. No, man, I like his team a lot. Rice, Sharps. I mean, Charbonnet and let's say Chardonnay, Pickens, Charbonnet, Rice, Charbonnet. I mean, he's trying to get that like BTJ right now before, I know you got BTJ, but like a BTJ type player before the game kicks off. Genty and BTJ are two of my favorite trade low players. Maybe Hendy and Pickens or Hendy and Rice or Charbonnet and whatever. Charbonnet and Garrett Wilson for Lamb. Charbonnet and Neighbors for Chase or Lamb. And even that's like, I don't know. You might be overpaying. Bill and Neighbors for Lamb. I do that right now. I would trade Hendy and Charbonnet right now for Bucky. Something like that. But other than that, you're kind of waiting. You need to kind of come back to me after these games kick off. A lot of these like trade questions aren't going to be very useful right now. I mean, we can certainly go over it, but with the games about to kick off, like all the buy lows and sell high values are going to change. So you're going to have to wait until those reset, and then we come back and look at the trade questions, Henderson, Hampton safer, but, you're probably going to, I mean, there's a good chance you're picking the wrong one because, damn, man. Hendy could go crazy today. Could go absolutely ballistic. Fannin or Njoku, I'm going Fannin. And Samson, J-Mo. I'd probably go J-Mo in this situation. It's a really good question, though. Rank Ingram, Fannin, Mark Andrews this week. I'm going Fannin. Andrews, I don't trust, and Ingram, still got to make sure he's healthy, bro. I know he's playing, but I mean, calf injury, like, what are we doing? Hendy or Sharps? I mean, Sharps is safer. I think Hendy is hard to sit. Like, you got to make a trade, my boy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with depth, but Hendy could outscore Sharps. Sharps could outscore Hendy. This is a very, very tough situation. All right, let me go to the Twitter space and see if we got any potential news that we need to knock out. Thank you very much for the super chat, my boy. And then this one right here. Worried about starting Mahomes today. QBs on waivers. T-Law, Mac Jones, Penix, Zeno, Stafford. Would you start one of them over Mahomes? Worried about starting Mahomes today. T-Law, Mac. I mean, Penix Jr. is okay. I don't hate if you were to do that, but no, I'm not gonna sit Mahomes. London, Hendy. I mean, Penix is a tough matchup. London, Hendy, Hunter, or JMO last PPR flex. I mean, you can't sit London, bro. You just can't. You almost don't deserve to have him if you're going to sit him. Can someone send a super chat asking Hendy, Hunter, and full PPR? I'm going Hendy, my boy. I got you. Hendy. But it's close. I mean, Hunter, I love Hunter. I'm not going to sit here and say don't play Hunter. I won't even tell you don't play Hunter over Hendy. I just think if I had to pick. Smitty, some guys just have football name. Once his mom named him Emeka Buka, he was destined to be in the end zone. Chase Brown, too. Chase Brown? Thank you, Famous Amos. Appreciate you for dropping the super chat, my boy. Okay, this one here. Kincaid or Fannin? Fannin. Let's see here. Sat London and played Debo because I was worried about the injury. Well, I mean, Debo played great, so there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know what you do about sitting London now. Start Pearsall or Adunze. I'm going to probably say I trust Pearsall more than I trust Adunze because of their situations, and that's saying something. But it's close. I mean, Adunze is a good player. Igbuka or Hendy, you can't sit Igbuka, bro. You just can't. Doesn't mean you should be sitting Hendy, though. Fannin or Ingram, I'm going Fannin. I mean, what a tough question, I hate these Hendy questions where Hendy's going to some of your benches. I mean, it's just craziness, man. 12-man start, Njoku, Flex, Fannin, or Shakir. I'm starting Fannin over Njoku. JK or Pickens. Trade JK for Pickens. If you like winning, yeah, go get Pickens, my boy. That's an easy call. That's easy. Light work. Trade Chase Brown and Sharps for BTJ and Judkins. No, I would rather have Chase Brown and Sharps. I mean, bro, Sharps' value is just getting going. You're trading him like as all-time low. I wouldn't do that. Hall, PPR, K9, or Warren. Hall. Come on, man. Why would you sit Hall over K9 or Warren right now? Come on, man. Come on. What are we doing here? Ingram or Fannin? Fannin. I'm going to get that one 1,000 times. Fannin, my boy. Do it live. And why is anybody considering, like, what is this, Sebastian? What are you doing here? This is your first year? Bowers or Fannin? What are you doing? What are we doing back here? AJ Brown, Nico, or JT, what do I do? AJ Brown, Nico Collins is or JT. Nico Collins is or JT. What do I do? I mean, bro, you can't sit Nico. Fields and Tet or Fields and Sutton for BTJ. I would take BTJ and I'd try and get rid of Tet and try and keep Sutton. Judkins or Juice, come on, bro. What are you doing there? Mahomes, Dak, start to Adunze, Mason, Harvey, Warren. Mahomes or Dak? I'm going probably Dak safer this week, to be honest, bro. Dak's a must start. I got it on the screen here. I love Mahomes, but Dak's a must start. But I love Mahomes. You're pulling on my heartstrings there. Adunze, Mason, Harvey, Warren. I would say probably Harvey and I guess Adunze if it's full PPR. Mason if it's non-PPR. Knicks or Mahomes. Probably still starting Mahomes if it's me, but I think Knicks does have a nice bounce back day, but I'm still starting Mahomes. Need a tight end streamer. Fergie, Henry, Strange, or Jawan. I'm going to go Strange, but close. Start Jawan or Henderson in the running back. Start Javante, sorry, or Henderson. Anything can happen, but I mean, I'm not sitting Henderson, bro. You drafted Henderson to be the guy. Like 1 week, I understand why you're thinking it. And Javante's not bad, and his value definitely changed. But Hendy's a freaking monster, bro. Travis Hunter or Benson. Travis Hunter for me. Anything can happen though. Benson's value could change drastically in the next week. Start to Buka. Come on, we're starting Buka. Stop benching Buka. And you can't bench ETN either. Very easy call. I'm not saying it can't go work out a certain way, but I mean, goodness gracious, bro. Hollywood or Sharps? We're going Sharps. That's an easy question. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Should have a day with that one. Hopefully, Miss Smitty reset. I got two internets, one for the stream and one for the. There we go. It's reset. Let's see if we got any news that we need to get through here real quickly. QB matchups, Rams, Stafford. Okay, what do we have here? We got Jarquez Hunter active for week 2. We got Curtis Samuel inactive for week 2. We've got Derrick Henry versus the Browns last season. 11 for 73 and a touch, and then 20 for 138 and 2 touchdowns. So Derrick Henry's averaging roughly 100 yards a game and 1.5 TDs per game against the Browns. Joey Porter Jr. officially inactive. '49ers Trent Williams active. Bo Nix or Justin Fields. I'm going to go Bo Nix for upside. Fannin or Pitts this week. About the 50th time we've gotten that one. It's Fannin. But I appreciate you super chat for sure. But Fannin for me. It's close. Trust your gut on it. Start 2. Kamara, Sharps, Travis Hunter. Sharps and Travis Hunter for me, my boy. Starting London, have Hendy, Garrett Wilson, Igbuka pick 2. You're not sitting Igbuka. And you're not sitting London. Unfortunately, you have to make a trade, and you have a great problem, but it's a problem. Like, what in the hell are you supposed to do? Decide that every week? Jefferson, Pickens, Worthy, Allen, QB, Fields, Penix Jr. Drop Penix Jr. to grab a waiver wide receiver before the game. Tillman, Booty, Thorne, Tesla, all available. I mean, I don't like dropping a quarterback, bro. Like, what, can you get him back? Are you going to struggle with grabbing a second quarterback later? If I had to pick one, I would say Booty. Tillman or Booty is pretty good. Not a bad play in desperation mode this week, to be honest. I guess I'd probably say, give me Tillman. Knicks or Dak? I'm going Dak this week. Dak is a must play, as you can see right behind your message here. Must start week 2, Dak. Garrett Wilson or Hampton? I personally would go Garrett Wilson if it's full PPR or half PPR. If it's non-PPR, go Hampton. Igbuka, Garrett Wilson, or Harvey? We're going to go Igbuka. We can't sit Igbuka. I love Garrett Wilson. You need to start both of those guys. Fields, Hurts, Herbert. You can't sit Hurts. You drafted him for a reason, my boy. Start 3. Tet, Pearsall, Hampton, Sharps, Hunter. Sharbs, Hampton, and Hunter for me. Hunter's a risky play. You could go Parasol or Ted if you want safety, but I'm going Hunter. Yo, Smitty, questions for 2 different leagues, both PPR first. Superflex, Knicks or Penix. I'm going to go Knicks for me this week, given the matchup for Penix. And second question, Sharp, Samson, Keenan Allen. Very easy. I'm going Charbonnet, bro. Charbonnet is just going to get a lot of work. He's just a really, really good play. $10 hauler here. Fannin or Juwan. Go Fannin. I just think the upside's there. 11 targets and 8 catches. 1 tough drop for 1 TD, and he smashes even more. He seems like the man there in the offense. Could be a big year for Johnson. Then start Johnson, though, because your gut's telling you to go Juwan. I would go Fannin, but if your gut is screaming Juwan, it's close enough, bro. Don't let my 60-40 decision take Juwan Johnson out of your lineup, because it sounds like you are very, very pro Juwan. So do your thing, my boy. It's close enough. Sharbs or JMO. I'm going Sharbs. Strange or Ingram. I'm going Strange until we get proof that Ingram is going to be healthy for a full game, because that calf injury concerns me. Dak or Knicks. I'm going to go Dak. Behind your message, you'll see Dak as a must start. Juwan Johnson or Njoku. I'm going Juwan Johnson there. I don't trust Njoku that much right now. Trade Connor, Benson, or MHJ Fannin. Connor, Benson, or MHJ Fannin. Give me MHJ Fannin. And give me May over Caleb. Thank you, my boy. Appreciate you. This one here, must sit 1. Ladd, Evans, Igbuka, or Kamara. You're not sitting Igbuka, bro. You're not sitting Ladd. You're probably sitting Evans or Kamara. And honestly, chat, can you vote which player would you sit? Evans or Kamara or Evans? Which one are you putting on the bench? I'd probably say Kamara. That's an impossible question. But Evans, I think, has a pretty decent day. You could sit Evans and start Kamara, either one. Let the chat decide. Chat, please vote for our boy. Give him your best guess as to which one makes the most sense for you, please. Help our boy out. Pick a D. Minnesota versus Atlanta. New Orleans versus Mac. Bucks versus Houston. Bucks. Thank you, my boy. Appreciate you. Dylan Sampson or Calvin Ridley. Go Calvin Ridley. Yeah, not PPR. It doesn't matter because Sampson's a big PPR guy. Gregory with the $20 holler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Gregory dropping the wattage. Superflex, Russell Wilson or Mac Jones or Ricky Parasol. Probably Ricky. Unless Mac Jones is like projected and you're scoring to just obliterate, both of them. But I'd say Ricky's safer, bro. That's a tough one, though. Man, it's hard to sit a quarterback in. But full PPR, Devontae Smith or Parasol. I'm probably going to go. This week I'm going Devontae Smith. But Goddard out, Devontae seems to do well. I'm going Devontae Smith, and I'm doing it live. Start 1 at flex. Hunter, Pickens, Sharbs, or Harvey. I'm not sitting Charbonnet here, I don't think. Pickens is safe, though. Hit that subscribe button. We got 36,010. We're 10 subscribers over the 36K mark, and we hit 36K on the live stream today. So congratulations. I work for you. Thank you all. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Full PPR. Sharbs or Waddle? Sharbs for me. Yes, sir. Start 2, Tyreek, Javonte, Pickens, and Hunter. I'm going to go Pickens and Hunter or Pickens and Javonte. Pickens and Javonte is probably safer, but I'm going to go Pickens and Hunter because I'm crazy. Dak or Penix? Dak must start. Do it live. Do it live. Chris says Sharbs or Aaron Jones Charbonnet. Ricky or Hunter, go Hunter. Personally, thank you for the celebratory message, my boy. Inbox offer my Braylon Allen for Keon Coleman and Keon Coleman for Bill. I'd take Bill. Thank you, Jerry. Bill to the moon. Bo Nix or Dak? Dak. Joker or Strange? Probably Strange, but hard to say, bro. Close call. Full PPR, Hampton or DJ Moore? Give me Hampton all day long. All day long, bro. All day. Do it live. Ron Navy says Jets beat Bills in big upset today. Definitely possible. Definitely possible. I don't even know if that's like an upset at this point, because the Jets they look good. They look motivated, Josh Allen definitely loses a handful of those games a year because he's asked to do it all himself, so he makes mistakes. He can't carry the team 17 games, Metcalf or Egbuka. So I like the call, Ron. Metcalf or Egbuka. We can't sit Egbuka. Kenneth Walker or Jordan Mason. Probably Jordan Mason right now. Chris from Vegas, appreciate you. Traded in Njigba and Walker for JJ. I like that move. Smitty approved that move. We got Njoku, Fannin, Pitts. I'm going to go Fannin. It's risky. Pitts is probably the safest call. If you want safety, go with Kyle. Smart. What's your question, Smart? Appreciate you. He says, put in the message, though, Smart. Why super chat and then ask the question? You're lucky I'm looking for it. I would say Fannin, Hawkinson. Put Fannin. Fannin in, I guess. $10 hauler from Andy. Andy dropping a wad. Says, pick 2. Hollywood, ETN, Cook. I'm going Cook and ETN. Really, really easy question. I mean, anything can happen, but you got to do that. 3 wide receivers, 2 running back, 1 flex. My running backs are Kyron Brees, Josh Jacobs, and someone offered Saquon for Josh Jacobs and Kyron. Bad move? I think it's too much. I think, if you got something else back, I could definitely see doing it. But, I mean, Jacobs is solid. I think you can get a lot for him right now, and that's 2 players right there. And Saquon I like a lot. If you got something back, I think we got something to work with. Rank Flowers, Myers, Ridley, Connor, Waddle, Chubb. I would say, honestly, it's Flowers, then Ridley, and then it's a big grab bag of unknowns, my boy. Appreciate you. Full PPR, Pollard, Sharps, or Hendy. I'm going to go Sharps and Hendy in that order for safety. But I love Hendy. I mean, it's your own fault you're sitting Hendy. Hawkinson or Juwan, I'm going to probably go I guess Hawkinson for right now. Got offered London, and this is from Jack of all trades. Got offered London and Travis Hunter for CD Lamb. I think if you need the depth, I'm fine with the 2 players, but if you don't need the depth, I don't want to do it. So it's kind of just dependent on your team, my boy. Just really dependent on the squad. Mahomes and Fields, give me Mahomey, but very, very close. And the wind could sway me a little bit, The wind blows a little too hard to the left. Half PPR start 2 Pickens, Sharps, Mason, Hunter. Go Pickens and Sharps, but that's a tough one. Sharps is for sure. Hunter, Pickens is the lean, the one where I'm going back and forth, and I think Pickens is safer. What up, Smitty? Needs some flex help. PPR, pick 2. Waddle, Juju, Kenny Walker, Shakir, Evan Ingram. Oh, bro. I guess, PPR, I might lean toward Waddle and Juju, but I guess I go Kenny Walker and Waddle. But in PPR, Waddle and Juju might end up being the right answer. It's just it's hard to it's a hard pill to swallow, but that might be just the smarter move in PPR. And I'm not saying they're going to do well, but Kenny Walker's not really in a good situation. But it'd be hard for me to sit Kenny Walker. I guess I go Waddle Walker, but I probably wish I went Juju at the end of the day, is what I'm trying to tell you preemptively. Almost whatever you pick, it's the opposite. Start Hendy or Hunter full PPR. I'm going Hendy, but very, very close. I love both of them. PPR Jamo or Rome, Egbuka. I'm going to go Jamo, and then you can't sit Buka, bro. Buka, then Pickens in that order if I'm trying to give you an order of some kind. I mean, come on. Come on now. Trade JCM for Fields? I don't know. Probably not. I just glanced at that one. I don't know what the full message was. Offer PPR Superflex League. We'll be getting JCM in Loveland. So, Pearsall, Judkins, Ingram will be getting JCM in Loveland. Offer. I don't know what you're saying here. I have Lamar and Jigba, T-Mac. You're not really clear on the question. Superflex, 1 QB. I have Pearsall, Judkins, Ingram. Will be getting JCM in Loveland. I don't know what you're saying. Are you trading Pearsall, Judkins, and Ingram? I'd take JCM in Loveland, I suppose. But you're not really saying that. You're just telling you what you have, and then you're telling you what you're going to get. So I imagine that's what you're trading. I have Lamar and Jigba. Okay, so I want the Bill side of this. Judkins ain't bad, though. Ingram, Pearsall. Actually, you know what? I do like Pearsall, Judkins, Ingram. You know what? I'd probably rather have the Pearsall, Judkins side. I think there's more trade value there. I like Bill a lot, but Judkins can rival him, and then Pearsall, the extra piece. You can get a lot for Pearsall. I'm going to say take that side, but I'd trade it. Sharbs or Swift for RB2. Sharbs. Not close. Adunze, Quentin Johnson, Adunze. But anything can happen. Judkins and Pearsall, then trade. If you're keeping that, then trade Judkins and Pearsall still. Because the trade value is pretty nice. I gotta also try and set some lineups, I think, while I'm on that. This is the problem for doing what I do. I'm live so much. I think I set my lineup already across all my leagues, but I'm a little worried I might be missing something that I'm not thinking about. And, I'm probably gonna have somebody injured in a lineup somewhere. I have so many leagues. I need the Bruce to manage my leagues or something. Let's see here. I got no defense in this league. That's a good thing I checked there. I did one of those dropsy moves, where I'm I'll just pick up a D later. Denver Broncos. Who's available? Let's see here. Colts defense, okay. Rams is okay. Rams is an okay play. Let's go Rammies, I guess. Pick up Rams and drop. Who do I drop? Damn, man. I hate this league because there's nobody to drop. I have to literally drop Dylan Sampson. I can't drop anybody else. Literally nobody else. I could drop one of my tight ends, I guess. Damn. I guess we go Kyle Pitts. This is one of those leagues, though, where everyone's available. All right, I'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and put the Rams in there. Wait, what in the heck? I'll have to check that in a second. Stupid thing. Fannin, Ingram. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new. We got 1,000 people in the building from YouTube. Super chats are still flowing in here. I'll answer these and then get to as many non-super chat questions as I can. Flex, Keenan Allen or Sampson? I'm going to go Keenan Allen for safety. Thank you, pal. Start May or Penix or Nix. I'm going to go Nix, I think. Tough call, though. Ultimate says, how to improve my team. We're going to have to wait until, I mean, if you send this to me now, everything's going to change. So I think we got to attack it after. But I would say, like, if you were making a trade right now and the values will change, you're trying to get rid of probably, this is tough because you don't have much, no offense, but you don't have much past Josh Allen, Gibbs, and Brees. I mean, Hunter, you're going to gain value. Hopefully Ridley's going to gain value. No one's trading for any of those guys. Rice, another week removed, from the suspension, 6-game suspension, knocking that down a game is going to make him more attractive to trade later. You're probably going to have to trade Josh Allen into like a Mahomes or a quarterback and then grab that extra player, like a 2-for-1. I think that's probably what you got to look to do. Let's see what quarterbacks play badly this week. Like if Mahomes has a struggle bus game, then you might be like, I don't want Mahomes, but that's going to be the move. Your team's not going to win without any depth, bro. Like waiting on Rice, if you were 3-3, maybe, but let's see what your record is coming out of this week. Rolling with Buka, Hampton, Hendy in the lineup. Okay. I like that. It's nice, bro. Buka to the moon. Matt, appreciate you. Sampson or Pacheco and Pearsall or Buka. Come on, bro. Matt, you benched Buka last week. You dirty rascal. You know you did. Because there's no way you're asking me Buka or Pearsall, bro. Come on, stop it. Sampson or Pacheco? Sampson. I mean, goodness gracious, man. Kenny Walker or Sharp? Sharps by a mile. Adunze or Booty? I'm going to go probably Adunze. That one's close, though. Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, or Trey Benson. Now, that one's tough. I guess I go Pacheco barely. Pickens, Devontae Adams, Olave. I'm going to probably go Pickens by quite a bit. I think he's a real safe play. Bench 1, McMillan, Pearsall, Hendy. I would probably say McMillan slightly. But, man, Pearsall, McMillan. Guys, can we get a vote, McMillan or Pearsall in the chat, please? McMillan or Pearsall? Tet or Pearsall? Smitty the GOAT, Keenan Allen or Pickens? I'm going Pickens. Pickens is safe today, bro. Real safe today. Who to start flex? Hunter, Pearsall, JMO. I'm going to go Hunter personally, but Pearsall and JMO are pretty safe. Hunter's higher risk, higher reward. I go JMO for safety, Hunter for high risk, high reward. I'm going to go Kyle Pitts over these two tight ends. And let's see here. Pitts did look good. Yeah, I like Pitts. Pitts is not a bad play. And then this one, Stephon Diggs or Jawan Jennings. I'm going to go probably Diggs with Jennings being banged up, even if he plays, bro. Have to bench 2 out of these guys. Bench 2. Keon and JMO, if I had to. Make a trade. Do I drop Ollie for Fannin? Someone just dropped him. Only others would be Pitts, Pearsall, JMO. I'd probably take Fannin over Ollie. Yeah, for trade purposes and just because I like both of them though. Harrison Jr. or Pearsall in the flex. MHJ to me. AJB or Pearsall. I guess I'd go AJB, but there's risk involved. We don't really know if he's fully healthy, but hard to sit him. Fannin or Pearsall. I'm probably going to go Pearsall for safety. Fannin for high risk, high reward. Rome over JMO. No, thank you. I'll take JMO. No, thank you. Hunter, Henry, or Strange. Go Strange. I'm always so disappointed when Hunter Henry ends up being Hunter Henry and not Hunter. Travis Hunter. It's like Hunter Henry. Fannin or Ingram? Fannin. Until we see the Ingram's healthy. Njoku, Fannin. Sutton versus the Colts or Travis Hunter. I'm going probably Travis Hunter for upside, but it's understandable to go safe. Brees or Garrett Wilson standard. I'm going to go probably, standard scoring doesn't mean anything, bro, because people say standard PPR scoring and standard non-PPR. Like, the standard doesn't, there's no standard, bro. Standard is what you put in front of it. PPR standard or non-PPR standard. I would say if it's PPR at all, Garrett Wilson's a tad safer. But, you really should get both of them in your lineup. MHJ, Hendy, Hampton, or Hunter. You're probably wanting to get Hampton in there for safety. MHJ and Hampton. I'd say Hampton, then MHJ, then Hendy, then Hunter in that order. Very, very tough call, though. Bill, appreciate your super chat, my boy. Hunter or Buka. Come on, bro. Stop it. feel like Igbokwe will come back down to earth, then bench him. Bill, if you started Igbokwe last week, I'd be shocked. You want him to come back down to earth because you benched him last week? Because if you started him last week, your family picked you up and carried you in a chair to the dinner table. And they sat you down and they said, Bill, and they chanted your name. They cut your meatloaf for you and fed you meatloaf. You were such a hero on Sunday. There's no way. I do like Hunter, though. It's your own fault for not being able to get both of them in your lineup. I'll tell you that. But we're not sitting Igbokwe, and wishing his demise is what you're doing. Thoughts on the defensive snaps, Hunter affecting his usage? Why would it affect his usage, Bill? Why would playing more defensive snaps? Bill, you and I couldn't disagree more. I don't know what in the hell you've been watching lately. You've been venturing away from the show too long. Got some weird ideas in your mind. JSN, Hampton, or Hendy. JSN's probably safest, but Hampton and Hendy, it's your own fault. How you not playing all those guys? MHJ, JMO, or Pearsall to start. I think we probably start MHJ, but Pearsall, MHJ, and JMO are all pretty damn close, bro. Monty or Javonte. I'm probably leaning Javonte by a hair right now. Pick 3, half PPR. Nico. Why is Nico in this? You mean pick 2? Why do we have Nico in this question? Pick 2. Adams and T-Mac. T-Mac and Keon are real close, though. I mean, Keon Coleman is number 2 wide receiver in fantasy football. I'm not saying it's going to last, but, I mean, what are we doing? Who do we start? Running back, Brees Hall, Genty. There you go. Wide receivers, Igbokwe. Why you list Igbokwe last? What did Igbokwe do to you? Igbokwe, AJ Brown, and if you have a flex somewhere, probably I don't know, Hunter, Metcalf, Adams, probably Hunter. Let's say. I mean, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Some of these questions are too close to call, but some of these questions are wild too. Devontae Smith, D. Adams, Devontae Smith, Coleman, or Jerry Jeudy flex. I like Devontae Smith this week, but I think I start Adams. I don't think I'm giving up on Adams yet. Kelsey or Fannin. Kelsey, I think he gets spoon-fed. And Rillo, appreciate you. Traded Connor and Walker for Jonathan Taylor. I like that, but then I'm flipping him as best I can, as fast as I can. JT, I traded him before the game. You better pray he scores. Yeah, man. Some of these questions are just wild. Buka, what are we doing? Starts benching Buka. What are we doing benching Buka? What are we doing even wishing his demise? PPR. I mean, saying I think he comes back down to earth is wishing his demise. It really is. PPR start 1, McMillan. Chard. Who the hell's Chard, bro? Sharbs? McMillan, Sharbs, Ridley, Hollywood. I'm going Chard. He's going to drop a Chard in week number 2. Dobbins or Charbonnet? Let's go Charbonnet and keep doing it live. Sick Nasty, McCarthy, or Drake May smash that like button. I think you know the answer to this for you, bro, and I would trust your gut. But I think Drake May is a little safer this week. But bro, I mean McCarthy showed a lot of grit. I don't blame you or mind you going McCarthy. I think it's close. Bench 1, Garrett Wilson, Buka, Hendy, London. We're not benching London. We're not benching Buka. Garrett Wilson, Hendy. I suppose I bench Hendy, but I mean, make a trade, bro. You got to make a trade. Dang it. I'm not going on record saying to bench Hendy, though. I'm telling you that right now. Ingram or Ferguson. I'm just telling you, I'm starting those guys, but I'm also not benching Hendy. Ingram or Ferguson. Probably go for Ingram in that situation. Mahomes or Drake May. I'm going Mahomes. Happy football day. Pearsall, Sutton, or Jacoby. I'm going to probably go Sutton. Pearsall, Sutton, Jacoby. Yeah, Sutton this week. Got Ibuka in there. Of course you do, as you should. Lamb Neighbors, thank you for the super chat. Lamb Neighbors, Pickens, Hampton, and one of Ibuka or Hunter. Jeez, man. Come on, Bill. Bill, I'm not wishing his demise. I started him last week, but Houston is different than Atlanta. Okay, Bill. Bill, I'm not sitting Ibuka. I love Hunter this week. Again, this is your own fault for not having Hunter in your lineup as well, but you're not sitting Ibuka, Bill. Mooney or Harvey? I'm going to go Harvey for the upside. Calvin Ridley or Kamara? I'm going probably, I guess, Kamara here. Which side? Coleman, Hendy, or Buka, Hampton? Buka, Hampton by quite a bit. Quite a bit. Dak Fields. Dak is going to have a big day. Full PPR start 2, Sutton, Adams, Pickens. I'm probably sitting Adams in this situation, but really, really close call. Chubb and Walker, probably going Walker. I hate that question, though, and I don't like either one. And this one here from James, Hendy, Josh Allen, Hendy, Sharps, Harvey, Gordon, Jettas, BTJ, Debo, Buka. Any start trade suggestions? I mean, I'm starting Sharps and Hendy. I love Harvey if you can get him in the flex, but you can't probably. Nope. So you got JJ, BTJ, Debo, Buka. Hopefully you're starting all four. You didn't tell me what your lineups are, so I assume you got double flex or something, but Buka's got to get in there. And if, Debo is a good play, though, if you did play him, but you got to start all four of those guys. McBride, if it's me and you can't start all four, you got to trade one of those wide receivers to upgrade Charbonnet after this week, to upgrade Harvey after this week, or upgrade Hendy, depending on which ones blow up this week. Hopefully all those running backs blow up so you got some trade bait. But if you can start all four wide receivers, then you're good. You just keep it rolling and let them values build and marinate, and then you can maybe make a nice trade next week. But I'm not trading. If I can play all four of those wide receivers, I'm letting it ride, baby. Letting it rip every single week right now until further notice. My CMC for Harvey, Hendy, and T. Higgins. I think you can get more right now for CMC. And I mean, I like the deal. I just wish Higgins was like a different wide receiver. Like, I want a BTJ with Hendy. What's up, homie? Waddle, Tracy, or Tillman in the flex? I'd probably say Tillman for safety. Waddle is higher risk, higher reward, potentially, bro. So I guess pick your poison there. Happy Sunday, my guy. I got a TD parlay. Touchdowns, like anytime. Henry Kyron make a lot of sense to me, but we went over all the picks already, so just scroll back till you see that iPad screen right here and you can see all my picks. Thank you and happy Sunday to you, pal. Trevion Henderson or Devontae Adams? I'm going Henderson this week. Start Bo Nix or Penix. I'm going to go Bo Nix because of the matchup, and I'm going to do it live. Appreciate you. Sup, homie? Tracy Tillman Waddle. Already did that one. Tace Wilson, London, and Ibuka can only start 3. Well, I guess I'm sitting Wilson, but I'm not sitting Book. Jeez, man. You're going to get this wrong every week. Make a trade. You got to make a trade after this week, bro. Start 2 running backs and 2... Start 2 running back, 2 flex. 2 running backs and a flex, I think. I wish you guys would stop using the slash. Travis Etienne, Calvin Ridley, Javonte, Aaron Jones. I'm starting, I'm benching Aaron Jones here. Andrew. Sharps over Walker, yes. Thoughts on Quinshawn starting per CBS? I don't know. Quinshawn, Judkins is getting 10 to 15 reps. And even if he was like starter in name or something, it's not. He's getting 10 to 15 plays is what the report is. Isaac, Fannin or Pitts? I'm going to go Fannin. And thank you for the $20 holler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
My boy. Also, Keenan Allen or Jacoby. I'm going Keenan Allen. So Fannin and Keenan Allen. Pitts is a nice play, though. Don't think I don't like Pitts this week, but I am going to roll Fannin. I'm going to roll Fannin. All right. Let's see here. We got I got May. All right, last one, and then we're out of here. And I'll see you guys for the wrap-up show after the games, the morning and afternoon games end. I come in and I do a wrap-up show. May or Penix Jr., 6-point per TD pass. I'm going to go Penix Jr. this week. It's a little risky. The matchup is risky, but I think Penix Jr. steps up. Drake May's pretty safe, though. Pretty safe. Guys, I'll be back for a wrap-up show after the afternoon games. Appreciate you all. Deuce. Thank you all for all the super chats. See you after the games. You guys absolutely rock. Good luck.